The Drop with Frank and Brian is officially brought to you by Switch Suspension. Switch Suspension specializes in all vehicle chassis components, lift kits, lowering kits, air ride suspension, as well as wheels, tires, steering, and brake upgrades. They use all the best products from the best brands. These guys are truck guys. You roll into their parking lot at the shop and they all drive custom vehicles and they use the products they sell on their own rides. So if you guys are looking for specialty parts, whether you're just starting out or you just need some replacement parts, give them a call or visit their website, switchsuspension.com.
We hope you enjoy this episode of The Drop. If you like these podcasts and all the other content we create, head on over to our website and purchase some apparel. Our websites are thegoodlife.com and livelifecustom.com. We really appreciate it. Now on to the episode.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I can hear you.
And
You cannot. Can you hear me?
yep.
Awesome. Man, look at us.
Don't speak so soon.
No, don't speak so soon. Well, firstly, very firstly, welcome to the 200th episode of The Drop of Frank and Brian.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, huh?
The 200th and final episode.
Yeah, goodbye, everybody. And it's a 2-minute episode. People are like,
the
what happened?
The rap with Frank and Brian.
The rap. Yeah, man. 200 episodes. 200 consecutive episodes.
We didn't miss one.
Didn't miss one. 200 weeks.
It's like the most consistent thing I've ever done in my life.
Same. Absolute same, man. But yeah, I was thinking about it today, like some memorable moments, some like things we've learned. I think we've learned a ton along the way. But like there's just been so much going on. It's funny because like there's so much that has happened in these last 200 episodes. But if you were to say like, well, what did you talk about, in episode 128, I'd be like, I don't know.
No idea. It's like when people make comments, they go back to get a random comment from an early episode and they're like, da-da-da-da. I'm like, I don't remember what we talked about last week.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. But I do remember what we talked about with our now I can say now good friend Andy from Hell's Gates Hot Rods.
Yes,
that was awesome. That was really cool. I really enjoyed that one. I didn't go back and like listen to the whole thing, but I remember the conversation. It was good. Andy's cool. It was really cool finding out about like I wanted to find out about and I'm glad like he broke it down about how all that came about how Max designing it, him taking over production and now being, building these Hell's Gate things. But also like I think myself included, there was like a lot of misconception about like he has done like, yes, he took over the design and manufactures it, but he has done so much more to add to it, to like and I don't want to say make it better. I want to say enrich it. Like he's enriched the product tremendously. Yeah. And I think Max would agree with that as well. And it was really cool to listen to him and find out all the work that he put into that whole thing.
Yes.
And I'm very excited to see how it grows. And I'm very excited to see how it's received. It's already got a good reception. Like people are into it and they dig it. But I'm excited to see where it's gonna take our whole scene to the next level. Because it's sort of our scene's introduction into that next gear, which the C10 world lives in, like more readily available parts, better built parts, so just random thoughts that I had about that whole situation.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm interested to see all of that, where that goes to.
Yeah. So yeah, if you didn't go check out that one, go check that out.
Yeah. Have you been on the Drop Instagram at all? I have not.
I have. It's been since the traveling last week and stuff before. I haven't. So I don't know what's going on over there.
I'm getting like overwhelmed with things to do.
Yeah, you are becoming we're both becoming quite busy, but you specifically are being very busy.
Well, I know I just walked in like I haven't put all the t-shirts away that are on my dining room table. And I just look at all that stuff and just like, I need to do this, I need to do that, and I just haven't. Then I'm leaving again tomorrow, and it's like, so I'm hoping to be back. Like I need like 2 or 3 solid days of doing nothing at the house to like get caught up. I still need to edit Dino's. I started to finally do that like for 5 minutes yesterday and just kind of laid some clips out to this song that I heard, and I was like, okay, this will work. So
oh, cool.
Now I'm going to try to get into that really quick. And yeah, knock that one out, knock intervention out, and then get into the LST stuff.
Yeah, I already started my LST video, so I'm already kind of rolling on that. Nothing like super deep. It's only been one day.
Yeah.
You know, it's right now it's Thursday, and I got home midday on Tuesday. So yeah, I've only been here a couple days as well. But I'm also hitting the ground running, just getting right back into it, and working on the LST video, working on some new designs. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on too.
Yeah, I'm trying to I got my Tacoma to film at Allen's. I've got this giveaway truck to finish up. I've got Joey's truck to get done before the show.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And plus doing the show.
And plus doing the show, because you essentially put on the whole show. Not by yourself, but just, like you have a lot of moving parts to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is the bed finished for the giveaway truck?
No.
Oh, it's not?
No, it hasn't been started yet. No, it was not expected to be finished by now. It was.
Okay.
Because I need to film that process, so it's like
right.
They're not going to do it while I'm gone.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah. Speaking of the giveaway truck, so incredibly cool taking it. We're going to talk about LST, but we're going to not do it chronologically. We're going to jump in and out of this thing.
Yeah.
And starting with that, like taking the giveaway truck out there was so super cool. And like this was our ninth, because we've only missed one together.
Yeah.
So it's our ninth LST, and I finally got to cruise a truck around.
Yeah.
And that was so much fun to me. I mean, everybody knows that's my favorite part of the whole thing is the cruising. And getting behind the wheel of that truck was so cool. For a mini truck that, dare I say, only lays frame, with no bed, with a stock paint job and stock wheels, essentially, heads were turning.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Like, people were really about it. And then the funniest comment I got, so me and Chupas, we jumped in the truck, went for a cruise. And number one, you know me and my stereo. Like, I love playing my stereo and my music loud. And the system that Tanner put in it bangs. Like, this sounds so good.
Yeah.
So we jump in the truck, start blasting music. Chupas is dancing around, having a good time. I'm having a good time. And we're sitting there because, you know, traffic moves slow and there are people doing something in the front. And I was like, you know what? I should just rev this thing up a little bit because the compressor's running, the stereo's running. It's a stock alternator. So I'm like, I'm just going to rev it up. So I put in neutral, start, you know, revving it up, giving it some gas. And this guy stops and he goes, hey, he's like, what kind of motor does that thing have in it? And me and Chupas both are very confused. We're just like, stock? And he goes, oh. He's like, oh, man, this thing sounds like it has a turbo on it. And whatever intake you guys used on that build, when you goose it, it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, most intakes will make that little bit of a whistling noise.
Yeah, but this one is, yeah. I've had tons of intakes and they all make that noise, but a lot of them are just like a big suck in the beginning,
like a throaty,
but this one definitely had like a whistle to it, and it was definitely different. So I thought that was freaking hilarious. But yeah, man, it was kind of cool to just now come not necessarily full circle, but now be at this point we're cruising around a truck.
Yeah.
And that was a ton of fun.
It was cool that like some of the other club guys got to drive it around too. That was fun.
That was awesome. And Justin specifically, because one of the points of the show was we unloaded out of the trailer. Everything was working great. Started up, aired it up, got out of the trailer. And then the Saturday, Friday, I don't know, one of the days, I was like, okay, let's go take this for a drive. And then the stereo kicked off. And it was funny because when you slammed the door, the stereo turned off. And we couldn't understand why. And then we're like, okay, we left it alone. And then Justin from our Dallas chapter came out and he started poking around and he figured out what was wrong with it.
Yeah.
And Justin is also the guy who a couple of years ago bailed us out on the Titan when the wheel bearing went out in the front. And he was, I don't know if people remember that, but so the wheel bearing went out in my Titan a couple of years ago when we took it out there. We fixed it on site. We went and got a bearing, and not going to name names, Sean stripped out one of the bolts. So Justin just jumped right in. Yeah. He took me. We went to a parts store. We found the bolt. He came back, fixed it all up, and got us going. Yeah. So big shout out to him, man. He really handles it.
Yeah. So he got to cruise around. Then Dean cruised around.
Yeah, Dean cruised around. Yeah, it was awesome, man. It's just so much fun. So many people like interested in it, and so many people kind of being like, they're like, how do we win? And we're like, So it's like, which is kind of cool because it kind of adds like almost like a miss.
People were like, why didn't you put like a win this truck on the thing? And I was like, well, because I didn't want to announce, like, promote we were giving it away necessarily, because it just not everyone knows about the Forbidden Fantasy show and da 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 da. So you wrote that on the back, and so I had a few people follow the page, and then they messaged me. But it was funny because one dude, it was on, I think it was Sunday or Saturday, I forgot when, but he was in a big lifted truck, and he's like, "Let me have that sign," and it said Grinder TV on it. And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Let me have that sign," and I was like, "Here." So he just was like. In this big lifted truck with the sign, just waving it around in the air.
And on the other side said, "Win this truck." Yeah. That was funny. Yeah, I knew that. Like, yeah, because I wrote that sign. I wrote, "Win this truck, follow the show Instagram." Knowing full well that we don't need, like, people to come. Like, well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Well, it wasn't necessarily that. It's just I just didn't want to confuse people.
No, yeah. No, I'm just talking about it from my perspective, which was like, it wasn't necessarily to entice people to come to the show. It was more to almost make it like a thing where it kind of adds, in my opinion, mystique to it. You know what I mean? Like, here's this really cool truck. Oh, I could win that truck. And then you find out, like, oh, no, you got to come to this show in Laughlin. That's 2,500 miles away. Yeah. And I just thought it added some, like, mystique to the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was definitely cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then the trip out there. So the other big kind of like one part of this whole story was taking your new Titan and the new trailer with the truck in it and all of our booth stuff and shaking it down.
It was a trial run for Mini Nats, and essentially moving forward, taking multiple booths in because the way we have to do it is I can take my truck on an open trailer with my booth, but if we take more than one booth and there's possible weather, like, it was just kind of like a test of that trailer, loading it, how we're going to load it, and all that good stuff. So it was nice that we got to take the truck that we didn't really care about scratching or didn't really care about rubbing up against, or with no bed on it, to kind of see where everything fit. And so we learned a lot, and everything went really good.
And the coolest thing was, like, we had anticipated maybe some movement. So you put up this like net thing, and actually nothing moved.
Yeah, nothing.
Like,
moved.
literally nothing moved.
So
the bike slid around a little bit just because we really essentially just threw it in there. We didn't really try to secure it in any way. But nothing moved. And that's a big thing on that torsion axle suspension. That thing rode like an absolute dream.
Yeah, we were doing.
It rode so nice.
There were times, doing 75, 80 miles an hour, and it was just like. Now we did use a lot more gas this year.
That was the other part. Did you do a tally yet? On the total? Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was a lot more.
It was a lot. I'm sorry. I'm laughing. It's just very funny.
No, but again, that's just the way when you're pulling 24 plus foot enclosed trailer. I was over at Trey 5 earlier, and he told me how much he spent on gas, and I was just like, oh. Yeah, I don't even feel as bad at all.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And he has a diesel, like a similar. His trailer's are slightly bigger.
It's bigger. It's tall. It's longer, taller, but a lot more weight inside. That.
Yeah, I was gonna say full size C10. You know. Yeah. Plus all his boost stuff.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and diesel costing a lot more. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'm good. It's just funny, it's just one of those things. It's just gonna cost a little bit more taking that trailer and doing that stuff, but it's not going to be 100% all the time, and totally worth it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100% worth it.
Yeah.
And and like you like, we are coming from pulling, one of our Titans or, whatever with the small 10x10 trailer, and I hadn't really pulled around big trailers, for a long time. And then after driving the truck with the trailer and everything and like getting a feel for it, I realized just how little the whole other setup is. Yeah. It's much smaller.
Yeah.
And it's like you cannot compare the two because they're way two totally different things.
No. And the great part about LST this year was obviously the weather.
The weather was great.
And we knew that going in, because when you go to LST, when you're planning LST, you can tell kind of how the weekend's going to be by the few days prior and the few days after. Because even if Friday, Saturday, and Sunday look good, if Monday and Tuesday show rain or Wednesday and Thursday, they move around all the time.
All the time.
So we always say, we always look 10 days out and we're like, oh, it's not raining, but it's raining the day before. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Or raining a little bit of the day of.
Yeah. So everything moves around, but you could tell this year there was no rain in the forecast the week before, no rain in the forecast the week after. And so we got there on Thursday. The overcast was really nice like there was overcast, I'm pretty sure all weekend except maybe Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And it was perfect. So we didn't need the trailer like we would have needed the trailer last year.
Right.
But it was nice to have it just everything to be in, but also you could walk around inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was really cool.
Yeah. And it was also like us, cause we basically set up the gear inside. So it was really nice to have it in a place with all the gear. You and Chupas could go in there and drop footage and stuff. And actually I didn't think about that part, but it's really an interesting thing is like being able to move around inside, like have multiple people in there and move around kind of freely.
Yep.
So like if you need, like we had some things, booth stuff in there. So jump in there, grab some booth stuff. You guys are dropping footage. People are in and out. So like it really works as like a headquarters type thing.
That's a good way to put it. It's like an enclosed headquarters where before we would set up other easy ups and like wrap them, and it's kind of a pain. It worked, but and we also kind of got to experience if we needed to move into there. We kind of were like mentally mapping it out. Like, okay, we could kind of move the easy ups and still utilize them. One thing I didn't do, which I wanted to do, was raise the easy ups all the way up and see if they would fit. See if they would fit against the trailer with the windows.
The doors open.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because if people are, like, if it was raining, people are standing in front of that thing and they're still getting rained on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to look into an awning because I'd like to put like a nice big, not like the one that Tray 5 has, which actually would essentially be perfect, but it's just a lot of things happening there and very expensive too. So just an awning to move outwards and then have the two easy ups on the side like we talked about. And then
essentially making like a U kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. It would kind of create that big store type thing. Not sure how that would work at any other event except LST.
Guess there's a lot of room to utilize.
Yeah. And I think mini nats too, because it could rain at mini nats, right? But we don't have the depth that we do at LST.
Yeah.
So like
kind of,
we couldn't turn the easy ups this way. They would have to stay this way. So if that happened, like, I don't know how close we could get the easy ups to the trailer with the windows open.
Yeah. Well, it's just something we'll just have to figure out.
Yeah.
A lot of what we do is just like figuring it out kind of on the fly, having a general idea on what we want to do and then just kind of adjusting it from there.
Yeah. Well, mini nats will be like the next step. It'll be hopefully my truck in the trailer. And then we'll have to adjust where we put those two easy ups inside the trailer, folded up, and make adjustments that way. And then,
because we were talking about, because this time we just laid them down because the truck had no bed, so we kind of had like a little more room to mess with. But you're talking about now standing them up and like tying them to the wall, something like that. It is going to be a lot more nerve-wracking with your truck in there. I was thinking about that today.
It is.
It's going to be a lot more nerve-wracking.
The only nerve-wracking part to me is those two easy ups.
Yeah.
In the back. So.
Yeah, we're not really concerned about the stuff in the front moving because that stayed like.
Yeah, and I'm going to take that net that we made a wall. I'm going to put that over all of the stuff and then strap it down.
Yeah, I think that's
it's not going to move regardless, but. In case that we do hit some kind of crazy bump or something and one box goes flying off, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. No mechanical problems except for a little bit. You haven't, wait, were you supposed to, today's Thursday. Oh, did you take your truck to the dealership?
Still there.
It's still there.
Still there. So,
so there's something going on.
Something going on. So what I found out, in those trucks, they have like so in 2020, they put in 2016, they put a 7-speed transmission. 2020, they put a 9-speed transmission. And it's shuddering like a torque converter, right? So I haven't got a text from them. I'm waiting on a text, but they had to send some information to Nissan yesterday, but Nissan was closed. So they were sending some more information to Nissan this morning.
Wow.
And I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
It
doesn't matter what they're going to do. It's under warranty. So,
I'm only 1 month, but about 1.5 months from it being out of warranty.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So I know the exact day I'm out of warranty. So, I'm going to get the extended warranty for sure through Nissan because I have up until that to get it through. And so I need to call them back today and take care of that part of it. But yeah, the problem is in these new trucks with these 10 speed transmissions, it's happening to GM, it's happening to Ford, it's happening obviously to Nissan. They're so concerned with the smoothness of it. Oh. That when people start utilizing these things for trucks, they're trying to figure out a way to make it smooth and all this stuff, right? So GM just had a thing where all of their new transmissions are they were having a problem with the back wheels locking up. Like the transmission something would happen, the back wheels would lock up. So
while you're driving,
their fix was a software update, and the software update didn't fix the issue. Right. It just told you 10,000 miles before the issue might happen.
Oh, really? Oh, I see. Yeah, because that's like not a software issue, it's a mechanical
Hold
issue.
on, you're breaking up.
Oh, what's going on? You're fine. Check.
You back?
I'm back. I'm here. Okay. I haven't gone nowhere.
Yeah, no, the screen went like you froze, couldn't hear you, and then it went black, and then now it's back.
Oh, okay, cool.
Anyway, so GM's fix is the software update that gives you a 10,000 mile warning before it might happen. Wow. So it does not fixing the issue. It's just saying, hey. So mine, they flashed the transmission about a month ago to get rid of it got rid of this like little hesitation, but now because it didn't do the shutter thing on the way out there until closer to like into the destination. So
really? Yeah. Even without the trailer, it was still shuttering at that moment.
No, I'm saying when we left. When we left. Oh, yeah, it was not doing it.
No, no.
It's when I noticed it when we as we got closer to LST, I was like, there's something going on.
Yeah.
So then I did it all the way back, and then without the trailer on it, it gives like a hesitation through like third, and then on very light throttle, does like a shutter, but not as bad when you're not towing because there's nothing pulling back on the truck.
Right.
So I have a guess of what it could be. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to say anything until they say something.
You don't want to say anything to me or to us, the audience?
The audience. I think that they're going to have to replace either the torque converter or the entire transmission. Wow. So I don't know if they'll just replace the torque converter, but what I'm hoping they don't do is come back with something like, we're just going to flash it again type thing.
Oh, yeah. You're like, nah, we're not doing that.
The guy, like I said, that guy down there at this Nissan dealership, he has a Titan and he knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, really? That's good.
He knew about the flash, and then when he was asking me when I pulled it in, he's like, what's it doing? And I'm like, the shutter thing. And he goes, all right. So
they're like, come on in.
Yeah. And apparently, I don't know, I didn't look at 2022s to 2024s, but they were saying this was the 2020s and the 2021s.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's fun. It's weird because there wasn't a ton of these trucks made. So
right.
It's like, it's not like a GM product where there's like a million things to compare. Mm-hmm. And who knows how many people actually bought Titans and how many people are actually using them to tow, and then how many people are having this issue.
And then the little joke that we made is because you bought it used from a Ford dealership. You're like, oh, this is why it's here.
Yeah.
Someone was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just going to buy an F-350 and call it a day.
Who knows? Because like it's funny because I pulled into the Nissan dealership and they had a 2025 Tundra, the brown one sitting there up on the thing. Like it was a used, like someone traded a brand new one in already. And I was looking at them all. You just wonder why people do that, you know? Like,
yeah. I mean, I could kind of see it because like one thing that frustrates the crap out of me, and we've talked about this before, is the throttle hesitation. And it's funny how something so small can become so annoying to where sometimes I'm like, I want to trade this in. I want to go find a 2.5 gen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It is funny like that. That's what I was saying. You know, we were talking, you know, Lindsay's like, I'm excited to ride in the back seat, have my own roll down window for mini nats. And I was like, I might have to take the old one.
I have to take the old girl.
That one never gave me any shutter problem.
I know, right? That just did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I was joking that it's in the backyard and it's like, I don't know. It's like, kind of laughing at you.
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly. What you get. That's what you guys get.
Yeah.
So that's how he's.
But other than that, it was like very nice. The truck is super nice. Like it's very comfortable. It just, like I said, it pulls so well. Like,
and it didn't have any. It didn't feel like there was a trailer back there really.
No.
Like weight wise, you can obviously feel it, right? But like even like just going over the bumps, it never jarred anything. It never did anything. It always felt really nice.
Yeah, I was just so super impressed. So
that's why I was
hopefully everything works out.
That's what I was saying. I hope this all works out because it felt everything. I was just like, okay, it's like we go back to those like decisions. You know what I mean? Like you make this decision to make this thing, and you hope your decision is right. Mm-hmm. And that's where I think I was like, man, I think I made a good decision on all of these things.
Yeah,
so I hope this thing works out because it's going to like put a kink in my in my plan. Mm-hmm. And because I even was talking to Dower, and he was telling me that Ford was having some issues with their transmissions too, and he goes, everything new. He goes, you're gonna have issues with it.
Yeah, I know. That's just the way it is, you know. And it's kind of like it kind of makes you feel bad in some way that like you're coming from these tried and true reliable things, and now you're in this unknown thing. Like when I bought my truck, I signed up for owning this truck for the next 20 years. And sometimes when this stuff happens, I go, is that sustainable? Is that real? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the new stuff is going to be capable to last that long. The reason I got this truck is because it didn't have the frills.
Right.
You know, the only frill was that 9-speed transmission over like an older 5 or 6-speed one.
And here we are.
Yeah, and here we are. And everybody always says that, right? They say, "Oh, it's because these new trucks are chasing gas mileage." And I tend to agree with that, but I also think there's a something that people are missing when they say, "Oh, they're chasing gas mileage. So they're putting all these auto start stops and these smaller displacement with a turbo and all these things." But I think the biggest point people are missing besides that gas mileage thing is a comfort thing.
Oh yeah.
People use these big ass trucks to drive around daily. They're using 1500s is easier, but like 2500s, 3500s. And people's expectations are it has to be as comfortable as a luxury vehicle and capable as a big old truck. Sometimes when you mix those two of those together, it becomes a kind of a you have all the ingredients for failure.
Right.
Because you're putting these transmissions in not only for gas mileage, but for the creature comforts, you know, smooth shifting and low revving and whatever, So, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. I mean, if you drive down, not necessarily anything to one location, if you drive anywhere, you're seeing at least 50%, you know, SUVs and big trucks.
Yeah. And that's
and I never really thought about that, about how, subconsciously we're buying these things as luxury vehicles and we expect them to drive like a sedan.
Yeah. We don't want them to drive rough. We want them to drive smooth. We don't want them to, you know, they don't want them to, it's like we expect them to do truck things, but also expect them to do car things.
Right. Yeah. I never really thought about that, but no, that's spot on.
Yeah. It's, so I was talking to, I was like, what's the best year F-250 to get? And he goes, why is the Titan not enough truck? And I was like, it's not that it's enough truck. But I'm like,
plenty of truck.
It's plenty of truck, but it's one of those things where I don't want to spend 80 to 90 grand on the, you know, the quarter ton or not, whatever it is, you know, F-250 or 2500. I want to spend sub 40. Okay. Right. So if I'm going to spend sub 40 or even sub 30, if I'm going to buy this vehicle that's just going to tow, I'm literally only using it to tow back to Trevor's, tow to California, tow to these events, right? I can get something older that will do that. It might not have all the luxuries of like the heated seats or all the things we have, but you can also add those things. But I'm just like, if I just buy like an older truck that does that, so I don't have these issues ever. So that now I'm starting to process it in my head, you know.
Well, which is funny because you have already gone through this once before. I remember this exact same conversation leading up to the Titan because you were going through the same things. And now maybe you're kind of going back and rethinking those things. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely like a thought process of, okay, well, that's cool. It's under warranty and they fix it. What happens when it's not under warranty? And in fact, let's get an update. We got an update.
Oh, they got you?
Through. They got an update.
It's hot
through. Let's see.
This is hot, ladies and gentlemen. This is hot.
Brian, this is Andrew at Coulter Nissan. Still no word from Nissan. I did hear they are pretty backed up in the office. Do you need a vehicle to drive? I may need it for another day while we wait for their response.
Oh yes, give me a brand new.
No, give me a Sentra or something.
Yeah, I know.
That's what they did last time.
Here's your 2012 Ultima, sir. Have a good day.
Yeah. No, they gave me a brand new Ultima last time.
Oh, really?
But they were like, I got it home. It was here for 2 hours, and then they're like, "Hey, your truck's done." I just drove it back. I'm all.
That's funny. That's really funny. While you're doing that, you can think about this. So, what was Dower's response? What year did he say would be what you're looking for?
I'll tell you in just 1 minute.
I know. I'm all like, take your time. What you're doing, and then I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah. I do not need a vehicle, and I will be out of town for the weekend. So take your time. Try to be nice to these guys, so they fight. So they fight for me, you know.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, for sure. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think service managers. I mean, there are some not good service managers out there, but I think they put up with a lot of crap a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And it's just like when we talk about people who work for like the DMV or like, you know, public works departments, like they're exposed to such crappy people all the time that they become jaded, and I think service managers also fall under to that.
Yeah.
Because I found every time I take my truck in, and I always deal with this one person, and the first few times I met her, just very abrasive, very mean. But after a few times of being nice and just going back to her, she's like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" They, you know. So I think it's just like everybody else. They just deal with so many bad attitudes, and you got to think about it like. This is a fair thing for the person on the other side, not the service manager. You paid a lot of money for this thing, right? And now it needs servicing, and then now, especially under warranties when things are broken, you're going to be upset that your very expensive investment is not working correctly. So people are already, you know, approaching these service managers with a like jaded experience, so it's going to be, you know, hostile. Yeah. So. Yeah. Just be nice to people.
Yeah, exactly. Dower said
they're going to fix it. Yeah. Oh, except for this one person that I deal with at the Toyota dealership. This was a funny part. So I took the Tundra in there, got the oil change, got the tires rotated, and I noticed like a week later, because you don't ever look at the passenger side of the truck. You just get in and out of the driver's side, right? So like a week and a half later, I'm like, oh crap, a cap's missing. And so I call him up and I said, hey, when I was in there a week ago, I can't remember how long ago it was at this point, but a cap is missing. Can I get it replaced? And she goes, well, how come you didn't tell me a week and a half ago? And I was like, I didn't notice. I don't go look at the passenger side of the truck. You know, it's not something I do. Anyway, so she's like giving me a hard time about this. So she's like, well, the caps are not covered under the warranty. That's something. And I'm like, I felt like saying like, lady, I'm not asking you to purchase me a cap. You know? Yeah. So then some back and forth, and I'm very patient and I'm trying to be kind. And then she comes back to me and she's like, well, I talked to the service department. They're just going to give you one. But if you lose another one, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah, like it's coming out of her check.
I know, I'm forcing her to buy me this cap. Yeah. So that's the other side
You're
of
like,
it. So
take it off of one of the stock wheels that you took off to upgrade someone and didn't give them their wheels back.
Especially at this dealership over in the desert, or is notorious for that.
Yeah.
I would love to see the stock of like OEM wheels that they have stashed somewhere, because all they do is pull them off and put method wheels on them, and then charge $4,000 more.
Yeah, Dower said when I asked him about that, he said aluminum 6.7 or a steel body 6.7. That's the best engine in terms of actual power and reliability. 7.3s are
6.7 diesel?
No.
Oh, gas.
Yeah. Oh, maybe no. I think that is the diesel. He didn't say that. And then 7.3s are great, but archaic and slow, and are all high mileage now. He said, or even any basically new diesel. But I was like, I don't want a diesel.
Yeah. Yeah, we like, I don't know if this is the right word, but we've been conditioned over the years to assume that diesels are just better and like cheaper, and which they're not. They're actually more expensive. Well, I mean, back in the day when my parents bought their dually in 1999, you know, diesel was considerably cheaper than gas. You know, the maintenance, I was too young to understand about the maintenance, but I don't know. But that's the problem now is diesel's expensive. The maintenance is very expensive. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not getting $100 oil change. That's like a $300 or $400 oil change, you know, like, and then the DEF, you know, situation. And like, it is, diesels are very costly to maintain. Yeah. You know? Yeah. In my opinion, someone could disagree. Yeah. I mean, sure. Everybody will. That's fine. But 200 episodes in, we don't care. No.
Yeah, that's the thing is if I was towing a lot, like every other week, towing a big trailer out long distances, then yeah, but I'm not, so I don't.
Well, because and that's kind of like what we were talking about earlier. Is there was a I don't know what the right word is, like an impasse of luxury vehicles and work trucks. Like these are just tools.
Yeah.
Like these trucks are just tools that, the people of industry use, for whatever. I was going to say construction as an example, but they're tools which we've adapted now into these luxury vehicles, but essentially they still are birthed out of tools. Mm-hmm. When you can afford to maintain a fleet like that, and you need that kind of power, and you need that kind of like,
and that's the thing is like
set.
The reason I went with this truck is because for the price point, I got all the goodies.
Yeah.
With it, basically a fully loaded truck.
Mm-hmm.
For that price point, I could get only an over 100,000 mile work truck in an F-250,
and
with that, very cheaply made. You know what I mean? Like plastic this and plastic that, and I would be okay with getting a cheaply, plastic this, vinyl floors, if it wasn't $50,000.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, that's me. Yeah. I mean, my truck was 54, and it is the most basic.
Yeah, but it's super nice. If you go look at like the work truck models of these F-250s,
like my truck. Oh, the F-250.
No, yeah, because I mean, Toyota has one, but more like the F-250s and stuff. And you look at like the infotainment, and you're just like, especially pre like 2017, I think. Yeah, you're just like, is that a 1999? Like it's really
for sure.
Bad.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but
I thought you were.
Yeah. So, and I'm not going to find like a low mileage 2015 F-250 work truck model because they were work trucks and they just got driven and driven and driven and driven. So, it's either like cough up the money and buy that $65,000 truck or deal with this.
I think you're still in a better position dealing with this, because what I was going to say was you basically got the most capable truck at how do I say this? You got the most capable truck at a non-capable price, basically. You know what I mean? You basically got a truck that is capable of doing what a 3/4 ton or 1 ton truck does at a half ton price.
Not even like less than that.
Less than that, actually. Yeah, less than what a brand new.
I got the capability of what I need.
Mm-hmm.
With the bonus of all the options.
Yeah. Well, that was like kind of happenstance that you just came across that one.
Yeah.
But I was just more talking about the truck itself is a very capable vehicle, because driving that thing, like you were saying earlier, it does not feel like it's straining or it just feels nice.
Yeah, it does. Like I said, I was really. Everyone that talks about towing with those trucks talks about how nice it is to tow with them.
Yeah.
Even with all that weight in the bed and all that weight at the tongue of the trailer and all that stuff, like it never felt like that.
Yeah. No, super impressed. Yeah. The whole rig was great, and it looked great. Like all the little pictures I was snapping of it and stuff, it just looked good.
Yeah.
So, hey, man, it all worked out, and then you'll get through this. Like you always say, you're going to get through it because you have to get through it, and it'll be fine. And we'll move on to the next one.
Also, the funny part. When we woke up Saturday morning, the truck was dead.
Oh, yeah, like dead.
Like, because I remember walking by, and the door, Leo and Chupas opened the door, and they were loading stuff in the truck. And I remember I went to, like, lock it or unlock it, and there was nothing. And I was like, well, maybe that's because, like, the tailgate's down or something. I don't know. And then I went out there, and it was just, dead. And Chupas, who is, Mr. Master Filmer, is also Mr. Master AAA battery technician.
That's his day job. Yep.
So he goes into the Airbnb, and he comes out with a battery jump box that was in the garage. Mm-hmm. Jumped it, and we never had an issue after that.
Which was like in Chupas's way he does things, which was great, because like in that moment, I'm like, okay, I'll call AAA, and then you're already planning like, okay, we got to figure out how to get there. Like we're already in an instant, we were an hour behind.
Yep.
So we're trying to figure this out, and then Chupas disappears for a minute, and he comes out. He's like, "Look what I got!" Yeah. And then at first I thought he was joking. I thought he was like, "Oh, look, I found this in the garage." I'm like, "Okay." And then no, it was and not only was it a jumper box, it was a charged jumper box that jumped the truck and got us going again.
I was thinking about that because I instantly, when the truck didn't start, I was like, "Okay, I need to call someone to come." And then you said AAA, and then I was thinking about this later. I was like, oh, no, the best way to do that was just to Uber to the auto parts store, get a jump box, and Uber back.
Yeah, that would have been the best. But we didn't have to do that, and it worked out.
Yeah. So we're adding a jump box to the list of stuff we take with us.
Yeah. Again, that's the figuring it out part. Like, before we even started, we realized that we needed an adapter for the cord for the trailer, because you had already planned ahead way before, and you had a shore power installed on the outside of the trailer. So we had to get an adapter and just like little tiny things like that,
Which we almost both ripped off of that because we didn't know that you had to twist the cord to pull it off, and we're sitting there like trying to work this thing off, and the bolts are coming on them all.
Like, this is not working.
Yeah,
I don't know what's happening. But so that all was great. Now the show itself, was really great. LST has gone through a lot of, I don't want to say evolutions because it's pretty much the same. Well, how would you say it? Like, I mean, to lay it out. So when we first started going, it was heavy C10s. Like, there were hundreds of C10s that would go, and we rolled out there with Ronnie and like all the C10 guys, and that was a thing for a couple years going on. And it just seemed like, it was everything at LSD was based on C10 trucks. And then it went from that, then it kind of got way into like the lifted trucks, like the crazy lifted trucks, the Texas lifted trucks. Where is it now? Like how, like what does that say? So it's not necessarily evolving, but it's changing. Like, I don't know. It goes through like swings. I don't know how to describe that.
It's like it has everything, because now that they started approving things, that where you have to send your picture in, now it seemed like it was like a 50-50 split between lowered stuff and lifted stuff. And I think
that's a good way to put it.
We get a little heavy on the lifted stuff because of where our booth is located. But if you walk up, you see all the lowered stuff that's in the buildings underneath the canopy on the back side there. Like, so we just don't see as much of it in front of our face because we're surrounded by all the lifted stuff. But yeah, I think that show represents Texas as the best.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like this huge
yeah.
thing that, you know what I mean, of all these, and then you have these random monstrosities like that tractor thing that pulled in with the skinny wheels on the front.
Yeah. It looked like a thing from the Cars movie.
Yeah.
The cows.
Yeah.
It looked exactly like that.
Yeah. And then that dude, like, where'd that guy come from? He was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just a cool place to go to see everything. And then I noticed on the Lone Star Throwdown Facebook group is pretty active.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. And right now the biggest thing is, right after the show, it's like everyone's like, did anyone get pictures of my truck rolling around, or videos? Now it's, hey, why did only C10 trucks win trophies?
Oh, really? That's the narrative now?
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of.
Interesting.
And so, like,
I don't feel like not to cut you off, but I don't feel like C10s were really like, I don't know. I would have not agreed with that, but understood that sentiment 5 or 6 years ago. But I don't feel like C10s are very dominant at this show anymore.
Well, there's a ton under that canopy. There's still a lot under that, and I don't know, awards wise, someone made a little graph that showed like this many C10 trucks won, Chevy trucks. And then
someone actually made a graph.
Yeah, like took the because they put it on their website, and it was just interesting to see, like, and it's mostly a lot of those lifted truck guys that maybe don't understand how judging works.
Oh,
so like they have these big monstrosity of a truck, but it might just have like the stock motor in it, where you're gonna get a lot of points for a truck that has a motor swap, or a truck that's got a full custom interior versus your stock interior with a stereo system.
Right.
Like, granted, all the powder coated and the chrome stuff underneath, but are you going to get more points for that versus someone that has a full custom chassis that you just can't see on display because it is not lifted up off the ground? And this is why judging sucks.
Yeah.
Or all that stuff. So I don't know. They were just, it was funny. I saw a couple posts where they were just like, these boomer judges. And then there's like someone posted someone posted a thing of like all these old guys, and like, this is what happens when these are the judges, and it's just this old dudes.
I mean, that's kind of funny.
Oh, it's pretty funny. Yeah.
I saw someone sent me a thing, and I didn't understand, but this makes a lot more sense now with context. Like, someone sent me, it was like this, like, just a regular F-150. It was red 4-door, just lifted, and it was saying something to that effect, like, oh, I know that my truck was the cleanest one there, and like it was satire. It was like someone making fun of it.
Yeah.
But now I didn't understand it, but now in context, I see what they're saying.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, that's what it is. Like, but that's why it's important to have guys who do understand about that stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Lonnie and Jared and Radar, like, and I don't know who else judges, but
they have a whole separate team of judges that are
that have nothing to do
have nothing to do with the show.
Oh, is it like a third party?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, so then there you go. Like that proves that point even more. Mm-hmm. You know, you have these unbiased third party people.
I guess someone was saying like that they didn't even spend any time on my truck or something like that, but
well, because it's pretty easy to assess. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And none of them have motor swaps,
right.
And none of them. A lot of them have like a lot of stock interior. Mm-hmm. Might be spruced up a little bit, but yeah, I don't know.
That's interesting.
It's an interesting topic, and it's also interesting to see the things that those guys that throw LSD face, because first they get too many people say, oh, there's too many lifted trucks here, and then so they scale it back, or there's too many stock trucks here, so they scale it back and they approve these things, and now you have the lifted truck guys. I don't know how many are saying this, and you know what the representation is, and now they're like, well, too many of these lower trucks are winning, and it's, so now you're just like,
well, that's a case of no one is ever happy.
No one
ever,
exactly,
so
and so now when you have 2,000 vehicles in the show, now it's just it takes that tiny little not making everyone happy and just explodes it.
But there's almost, I mean, yes, there's validity into all of that, and so, like everything has a little bit of valid points, right? But then their points really go out the window when the best of show is neither of those things.
That's what people were saying. They're like, the best of show is a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Not on air suspension, like not. Yeah.
And
but, I mean, it was a beautiful vehicle.
And I think that's what represents LST. We were talking about that, is that like LST has moved beyond this, like started out with like a lot like mini truck heavy, and it's just then lifted truck heavy, and it's just moved into this melting pot of everything custom.
When was it mini truck heavy? I don't feel like there was a time when it was mini truck heavy. Maybe in the very beginning.
In the very beginning, yeah, like mini truck club heavy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I do remember a lot of it. I remember the first LSC that we went to. We took Jose's truck out there, and was cruising around in that.
Yeah.
So So then now I realize
the first mini truck, the first LSD I went to.
Right, you went way before.
We took Joey's 4Runner, and the airbag trailer, and our whole club was right there, where mini truck takeover is. Like
it was right there.
Our whole club was right there, and the stage for the show was right behind that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and all of like,
it's just 2012.
Yeah,
13?
It was like 13, 14-ish, right around there. Yeah, so it was all set up differently, and it was very mini truck club heavy.
Oh, okay.
So, and it quickly changed, into like more C10s and lifted trucks and stuff. So,
well, the first one that I went to was 15. So I still feel that vibe, and that's when we were right there at the corner. That's like when we were set up at the corner. We had Jose's truck right there on the corner and stuff. And that was the first time that was when Ed's truck was first done.
Oh yeah, we were even farther down from where we are now.
Yeah. Which is also, side note, wild. Ed's truck has been done for 10 years now.
I know.
It blows my mind a little bit, but
it's just crazy. But so the booth area that we've had that same booth area now forever. And it's a lot of fun with Stuart being across from us.
Yeah.
We kind of walk back and forth and kind of hang out and all this stuff and watch and make fun of each other, and
yeah, it was fun.
It's a lot of fun. I don't, if Stuart wasn't there, it would not be as fun.
Definitely.
Like having us together right there. If like you took one of us away, it would be like, oh man. Because we're like almost like I always say we're like a traveling carnival. We have the certain vendors here on the West Coast that are always set up together, and then always the same people out there that are kind of set up together, and it makes it a lot of fun. But there was a moment on Saturday where I was standing there, and you have these trucks driving by, which are either like blowing diesel smoke in your face or in the air.
That was like the every year has sort of like a theme of things that annoy you, and this year was diesels doing two steps.
That same.
Oh my God.
Diesels blowing smoke either into the booth or on people walking or into the air and just I didn't know the diesel 2-step was a thing.
Yeah, me neither.
So now I do. And then we had the diesels and the revving, and then you had the loud stereos. Mm-hmm. And then you had...
Well, hold on, really quick on the stereo thing. It's not loud stereos, because I like loud stereos. These are rows and rows of 6-inch speakers putting out the most like ear-piercing highs I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And some dude just sitting in it like just like thinking, just like normal. But your ears have to be bleeding.
Yeah. Right. There's like, it's the speakers that go behind your head on top now. Those are the thing. Yeah. And there's like, it's funny because I watched the same truck drive by and it was loaded with people in the cab. And then he kept driving by, he was the only one in the cab because everybody else was like, nah, fool, I'm not riding in this thing.
It was ridiculous.
Making me go to. So you had all these stereos, these vehicles driving by, stereos, loud noises, diesel smoke, and then people on either side of the walkway. Because we set the booth back this time to give us more space in the front, which was nice. So you had all these people walking, and I was just like, there is so much going on right now.
I was like, if any one of us like had some sort of like sensory issues, that would be hell.
Yeah.
There was just, that. And people in and out of the booth and trying to talk to people and scream like, yeah. It was
and then
chaos.
You had the booth, which was our booth. We need to adjust that for next year because, like you were saying, there was too many people in the booth. We didn't have that back with the trailer there. Yeah. There wasn't that back area. Mm-hmm. We had behind the trailer, but it was kind of cut off. It was too
segregated.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you didn't want to hang out way back there because nothing was happening back there.
Yeah,
everything was happening up front.
So you just had. And I just looked back, I was like, this is a lot of fun. There is so much happening right now that it would just felt with the good weather and the right people were there. Mm-hmm. And besides the other small things, but like it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had a ton of fun. Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Unlike last year.
I don't know if it's been a year, but yeah, when we left early because it was too cold. Yes, we remember. Yeah, we were there.
And let's not say we. Let's not say we. That was me. That was all me.
Well,
and then did you? What did you say this year? He's like, "Hey, you want to leave?" And you're like, and I was like, "You want to?" And you're like, "I'm never saying that again."
Yeah, because last time I said it like joking, like, "Oh yeah, let's leave." I said, "No, I'm not saying that anymore, just in case it's misinterpreted anyway."
Yeah.
No. But I loved the text message that Lonnie sent us a couple days later. Really glad you guys stuck around this time.
We appreciate you guys not leaving early.
Yeah. That was very funny. Which we found out that Lonnie does not listen to any of these episodes, only when we cut clips and put them on Instagram. So we'll cut this out.
Oh, we'll cut this one out and say thanks, Lonnie, Jared, Radar, and Christelle for hosting an amazing show.
We really appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you so much.
We could not wait to come back next year. And also, Lonnie said, you have to bring that trailer back every year now because you bought that trailer. Basically, LST last year convinced me to purchase this trailer.
Yeah.
We bring it, and it was perfect weather. So maybe it's a good luck charm.
It is. It's the same reason I always pack the rain boots and ponchos in the trailer, which I didn't do on this trip. But I actually did. Like, I had this bag. This was my putting the juju out into the world. I packed a bag with all my heavy warm clothes, like extra jacket, heated vest, extra shoes.
Which you actually put
Sunday I put on the bigger jacket.
Yeah, because Sunday definitely. There was a point on Friday where it got a little chilly, and I put on a hoodie, and I took the bike and I rode it up to Tray 5, and by the time I got back, the sun poked out, and I was freaking out trying to get the hoodie off.
Yeah, it was.
The weather just does this.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to Texas. Or this is Texas.
Or South Texas at least. Yeah.
The first year we went, and I was all concerned about the rain back then too. It's never it's been like that every single year. And back then I was like, asking the locals, what do you think about the rain? And they're like, this is Texas.
Yeah.
And that's it.
What do they say? Stop. Like, if you don't like the weather now, wait 10 minutes or something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All 4 seasons in one day kind of thing. Yeah.
And then I get back to Arizona.
We've experienced that.
We get back here, it's like 90.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is out there, but
little less. I'm wearing a sweater right now, but a little less.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's like way warmer. But I'm like, damn, it's warm.
Yeah, it is. It is quite the difference. But no, fantastic show. Just the old LST, man. Now, like I was like kind of having this thing throughout the whole trip too, And it was really weird. I didn't really talk about it much, but I was definitely having like this nostalgia thought to everything. I don't know why, but I was just like, oh man, we've been doing this for so long, and this happened, and this happened. I remember when this happened. I'm just like thinking these things, you know, and it's weird. It was just a weird experience, you know, now doing it for 10 years. And it like, as much as we're saying great, you know, but we've also said that everything kind of, things sunset, you know, and things move on or evolve. Like, I wonder what will be the end of this. I don't want to be negative or like to think about the end, but it is kind of an interesting thing to think about. At what point does the LST group go, it's been a real good run?
I know.
But, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, with the things that have happened in the past, even with like a couple years ago when we had that huge problem, you know, with the takeovers and not on the grounds, but LST got blamed for it. There was that whole debacle. Like, they could have easily called it quits right there. I would have, if they would have at that point said, we're done, been like, yeah, totally get that, you know? But they continued on. But at some point, just natural, you have to go like, I'm tired, boss.
Yeah.
Like, we're done. You know?
I don't know. Maybe it'll outlive us. Not saying that like we're gonna die.
Yeah, I know.
But like,
wow, that's grim.
The show could outlive us saying we're
yeah.
tired. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
think about that because we were talking about that too. Is like we don't go to as many shows as we used to back east and stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing against that. It's just it's a lot of miles put on the truck. It's a lot of money, and you know it's just
what we were saying before. Because now we've boiled it down to basically we go back east twice for LST and for mini nats. That's because there's a lot more events going on with all the C10 shows that are happening now. You know, Throwdown and Intervention and the Moab show and like all of these and the reunion and like there's so many. Well, the reunion, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's just so many more truck shows now.
Yeah.
And we have way more options, and we're kind of like now, and it's kind of like refreshing to us because now we get to be on our side of the country and really, you know, like focus and do things over here. That's an interesting thing. Sometimes I'll end up on Facebook. I don't go there specifically, but someone will send me a reel from Facebook, and it takes me to Facebook, and I just happen to see like a couple of posts. And I saw this post. This person said, are there too many truck shows now? And I was like, that's a weird question. Why would you say that? You know, like, and nothing against the person who said that if they're listening and they're like, I'm not saying that question is dumb. What I'm saying is like, before we went through this whole thing of people saying there weren't enough shows and the scene's dying and nothing's happening, you know, and now people are saying, are there too many shows? Like,
yeah,
that's kind of weird.
We've opened ourselves.
People agreed with that person. People are like, yeah, man, there's just too many shows.
Well, that's because we've opened ourselves up to the pressure of going to shows across the United States. So if you just stay in your area, then you can manage it. But if you try to go to all these huge events like LST and Battle in Bama and Slam Fest and Last Resort and all these shows, then yeah, it's tough. Like you can't go to them all. So you got to kind of pick and choose and not feel bad for not going to some and or going to different ones. You know, like I always said that too. Like I will go to Mini Nats and LST every year, but I can't go to the other ones every year. And I used to think I'm going to have to go to these every year. Yeah. You know, scraping the coast and But like, it's like I made my run through scraping the coast. And will I go back? I have no idea. But I have to kind of change that up. You know, and that changing that up is now you have C10 Throwdown and the Intervention and Dino's. Those did not exist in 2014, 15, 16, 17.
Yeah. And I was talking about a thing where I was like, man, that was so much fun going, you know, chasing those C10 guys all over the place and going on these trips. And I asked myself, well, what happened? And then it's like, well, yeah, there's more shows. They don't need to do that anymore. They don't need to do these grand, you know, road trips anymore. They can stay kind of locally within a day's of driving, you know? And now, and even and so that's that one scene, but even our mini truck scene is getting better too. Like now we have Northwest Mini Truck Nationals. Although I did see Freak Fest did officially get canceled, or not Freak Fest, Freaktoberfest. Yeah, got re-canceled. But the point is like that existed. Like I don't know, man. I've always been a very positive person when it came to the scene dying or whatever, and I always brush people off who say that because I know it's not. But I really think now I'm seeing, like I used to say that. How do I put this? I used to say that to know that things will get better, but now things are better. We have all these shows happening. And like our sitting down with our conversation with Andy last week, the parts are getting way better. I think we are on the cusp of entering this new generation, so to speak, or this new evolution of our scene. And I'm excited.
Well, I think that mini trucking in general, if you took the full sizes away and the C10s away, the mini trucks don't sustain themselves.
No, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and they don't sustain us as merchandise companies and stuff like that. So it all works together. You know what I mean? Like even you said, you were like, yeah, the C10 shows came, so it kind of helped everything out. Because if you take all of those away and you take either one, like I don't want to just go to C10 shows or just go to this. And that's kind of like how LST is. It's like this everything show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know. It's all part of it.
No, man. Yeah, I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to keep on going. We're in our busy season right now. We're gearing up for the Forbidden Fantasy show, which, like you were saying earlier, is a different kind of like getting ready for you, Yeah. And you've added all this other stuff. So
yeah, I think I'm a little stressed out.
You seem like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
That I want to get done. And then I was like, oh, well, my truck doesn't need to be done for Forbidden. And then I was talking to Tanner the other day and he goes, how long do you leave after? How long is Mini Nats till after? And I was like, oh, we leave 11 days after, or 12 days after. I go, oh, crap.
Yeah.
It basically does need to be done because I need to bring it back here to throw carpet in it and that part of it, which
I was saying more needs to be done to have it back at the show. So you could, like you had already brought it there. You
I don't even know how I'm going to get it there, but I do because I'm taking the giveaway
that's
truck.
Right, you're taking the giveaway truck. Oh, that's interesting.
So I don't know if, you know what I mean? I don't even know if my truck's going to be there.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm
not stressing on it. I'm not stressing on my truck being there. It doesn't need to be there because I don't want to put that pressure on myself, but it almost needs to be back here in Arizona. Like I almost need to go to the show with the giveaway truck, hope that someone wins it that wants to drive it home so I don't have to bring it back.
And then go
pick my truck up, bring it home, and then spend a week doing the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, that's actually like a pretty solid idea.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Hey, that's all you could do, dude, is just figure it out as you go along. Because if you try to figure it out all right now, you're going to drive yourself crazy.
I know.
So don't do that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
But anyway, well, thanks for checking out the 200th episode. Here's to 200 more.
I'm tired.
I know you're tired. I'm tired too. But we're not giving up. We're not stopping.
No.
This is not the end.
This is definitely not the end.
No,
yeah, I'm gonna edit this today. I got a Tray 5 episode to edit today. Then I'm going to, I don't know. I'm gonna leave in the morning, go to Alan's, come to your house, and then are we recording a podcast Saturday? He said he's down.
Yeah, I've already cleared my schedule. Got everything figured out.
Cool. All right, so we'll have another guest episode next week. After
and then one day, maybe one day, the Slam Specialties episode will come out. Have you talked to those guys at all?
I talked to Deidre the other night. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll talk about that next.
Yeah. All right.
At post pod. All right. Later. Thanks for checking out 200 episodes.
Go buy our stuff.
LiveLifeCustom.com, thegoodlife.com. Later. Welcome to the bonus part of the episode.
Yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to insert this while we were talking. I'm going to this is going to be at the end. We're going to put
this will be the bonus part.
So we were talking a little post pod, and then I got the text message from the Nissan dealership. Oh my gosh. Okay. Primary concerns. Shutter. Felt at low speeds. Correction. Replace transmission.
Okay.
Would have to order. Can have by 2/27. That's tomorrow. I'm going to approve that. No estimated charge. No charge.
Oh, thank goodness.
So we're going to approve that. Maintenance service requested. Deferred maintenance, basic package, no charge. Inspect tread, no charge. Estimated shop fees, no charge. Taxes, no charge. No charge. We're signing this bitch right now.
Wow. They probably were like, we're not even going to mess with this thing. Let's slam a new transmission in this thing.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Crazy.
I'm looking at my other monitor because you're over there, but you're actually right here. So hold on.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. A brand new transmission. I wonder if they'll let you know what failed. That's the thing. Are they doing it to just be like, look, we don't want to mess with this thing. We're just going to slam a new transmission in it, or do you think they found what broke essentially?
I think from what I read on the forums is that the torque converter fails,
mm-hmm.
and then it basically is going to cause the transmission eventually to fail.
Mm-hmm.
And so Nissan probably says, well, if you just replace the torque converter, there could be damage in the rest.
Oh, I see.
So
okay.
if you're gonna service this thing now and take the transmission out to replace the torque converter, put the whole thing in there.
Yeah. That's probably more cost effective on their end, because then they pay their guys to do it one time. And what does a transmission in the grand scheme of things really cost them? You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that's what, when I saw these guys, they have 115,000 miles, and that one dude, it was $7,000 in work to replace it. And I was
that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, you got lucky, man.
Jeez. Well, I'm going to have a brand new transmission.
Yeah, brand new trans, dude. Heck yeah.
Hopefully it lasts longer than 67,000 miles like this one did.
We're going to find out when we take it through the hills of North Carolina.
Yeah.
We're going to put it through
with my extended warranty.
That's actually a good question. Well, I mean, by then you're going to have it back very soon. I wonder if there's like a break-in process.
Probably, but
yeah.
I'm going to do that once I get it back. I'll ask them the break-in process, and I'll just do it over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Because I got to tow it. I got to use it to tow to, unless I rock up with the old Titan.
That'd be so funny to the show.
Yeah,
that's so
wild. A new transmission.
Yeah, that's really crazy. But that was a great bonus part.
Bonus. All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah, all right, later.
Buy more shirts because I'm going to need to buy this warranty.
And you may need to buy a new transmission a few years from now.
Bye.